when you really focus on connecting with that person. So it's like me talking on camera right now. I'm not focused on talking on camera. I'm focused on talking to the one person who's watching this video, that's looking at me in the eyes, and they're trying to get better on video.
Durran Cage.
Here with Durran Cage.
Like if they cast Durran Cage to play Hercules, which he has the physique to do.
Power. I want you to close your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Wait, what? To record videos like a pro. We've got 5 tips and they all start with the letter P. Okay, so I get approached a lot by people that say, Durran, you're always doing video content. It must be nice. You just like to do it. Well, that's not actually true. I didn't start on video. I didn't come out the womb just making content, but it was just something that most of us typically were uncomfortable on video on at first. But it takes some time. We have to practice. We have to plan. There's some other P's that I'm going to get into. So in fact, let's go ahead and get into the first one. Okay, so number 1, let's get your pen and paper ready. Number 1 is to practice without video. Okay, so the first P, practice without video. And so what I mean by this is before we, typically what we do when we want to record, we'll just get our cameras out, we'll start recording, we get upset, we're like, I didn't like that at all. And it's because we need to slow down, practice it out first. So before we get our cameras out to record, let's slow down and practice what we're gonna say. You don't have to have anybody else around, but just practice, hello, Diane, this is Durran reaching out on behalf of ABC Motors, and I wanted to send you, whatever you're gonna say, but say it without video first. Then after you've done that a couple times, here's step 2, is go ahead and record the video, but let it be your first draft. All right, so you're gonna record it a couple times, play it back to you. That's the most uncomfortable part. Play it back to you. Then after you feel comfortable, and you might not ever, but it's okay. This isn't about us, this is about the customer. Then we'll send the video to the customer, like an actual real one. So remember, the first one, we're gonna practice. The second one, we're gonna record it and play it for ourselves. And then the third time, let's go ahead and send it out. And then we can ask the customer for feedback. Hey, how did you feel about my video? And it's a great way to follow up, all right? Okay, so number 2, the P is gonna be planning out our video. So number 2 is planning out our video. So again, the first one was practice. This second one is planning, because what we want to do is make sure that we have an idea of the video that we're going to record. This again takes that anxiety and that nervousness out of producing the video. So let's say this video is going to be a video walk around video. How we're going to plan it out is think about, okay, what did I talk to the customer about? So maybe this is after we spoke to a customer. What were some of the hot buttons that they talked about? Was it safety? Was it the style of the vehicle? Does it sound familiar? It's like a demo drive, right? But we want to find out what's important to the customer and then craft our presentation around really what's important to them, while highlighting other things that might benefit them as well based on the conversation. Now, if we didn't have a conversation and we're producing content, now just go ahead and highlight some areas of the video that you feel would be really great for that customer, and use stories as you're going around the vehicle to kind of put the picture in their head about how they can actually use that vehicle while you're going through it on camera. So it's almost like you want to make your customers feel that while they're at home, they're actually sitting in the car, not at the dealership. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. All right, so number 3, we ready? So the third P is to personalize the experience. And this is a huge one. So this will take the anxiety, that weird feeling out of shooting videos, when you really focus on connecting with that person. So it's like me talking on camera right now. I'm not focused on talking on camera. I'm focused on talking to the one person who's watching this video, that's looking at me in the eyes, and they're trying to get better on video. So I'm personalizing it to them because they're trying to learn. And so that takes the flow off of me focusing on camera, because I'm really focusing on helping another person. So for you watching this video, when you want to help help a customer and you have a little bit of fear of being on camera, focus on helping the customer, personalizing it. But when you look in the camera, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the customer. So that's the goal, to personalize the experience when we're on camera, let that customer feel it, and then all of a sudden you're gonna start recording a lot on camera and you're not even gonna know that you're on camera because you're really in front of your customers the same way you would be live at a dealership. Does everybody feel that? Okay, we're on the 4th P. Okay, this is a big one, pronunciation. That's a hard word for me to even say because I'm juicy mouthed, for those that know what that means. But pronunciation, and I mean this in a couple different ways, not just on how we pronounce our words, but the other way is, can the customer hear our words? You know, what's our tone of voice? What's our energy when we're speaking? How is our actual audio with video? So you notice I'm on a microphone, but if you're not using a microphone, you want to make sure you take off the background noise if you can. So you want to either use a mic, you want to use earbuds or something like that. And if you don't, and the video doesn't sound as well, you can actually use some audio tools online. So just Google, there's some AI audio tools that will bring it down, or you can just get on YouTube or something like that and learn how to control the audio. It's really not hard, takes a few seconds. If you want me to help you out with that, I gladly will, time permitted. But make sure that your customers can feel the flow of your voice. That's super important, because when we're outside recording content, especially again, if this is a vehicle walk around or something like that for a customer, you're gonna have wind noise. Sometimes some of our dealerships are next to interstate, stuff like that. So we might wanna pull the vehicle somewhere private, so then that way it's not as loud. Or you wanna make sure that you're using the right tools to make sure that you can kind of take away most of the background noise. Cool? All right, number 5, the 5P to becoming better on video. We ready? Is look at your performance. Okay, so the P for performance is we're looking at the data, we're looking at the analytics. Okay, so that's why it's really great to send video content to your customers when you can, through using some kind of platform. So there's all these different ones. There's co-videos, there's the bombs, there's dubs, there's Snapsale. There's so many great tools. Find the one that works best for you and your dealership, but make sure you're looking at the data and the analytics to see, okay, how long are my customers watching my content? Where are they at? How often did they watch it? Did they share it? It's the same thing on social media. Social media is no different. You want to look at the data and the analytics. You know, so are your videos too long? Are your videos too short? And then you can also ask your customers. So that's a great way to make sure you know if you're on the right path or if you're not, is by looking at it over 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. What's happening when I'm sending my content out and what are my customers saying? Cool. So let's give a quick little recap on those 5 Ps. Thank you so much for hanging in there and watching this tutorial around videos. So number 1, right? So we had practicing our videos. Number 2, we want to make sure that we're planning our videos out. Number 3, we want to personalize with purpose. You know, say the customer's name. You know, make sure that they feel like they're actually connecting right with you. All right. Number 4, we're going to make sure our pronunciation is tight. You know, our audio sounds good, our words are good, we're not talking too fast and we're not talking too slow. All right, and the last one, we're gonna make sure that our performance is on point. We're looking at our data and analytics and finding out if we're heading in the right direction. So I hope these 5 Ps helps you a little bit in terms of producing your content that connects more with your customers. Thank you so much. Take care.